The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
And hello everyone from the Kovalchik Convocation Athletic Center on the campus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. It's California Vulcans men's basketball. Tonight the Vulcans looking to extend IUP's losing streak as they take on the number 5th ranked Crimson Hawks. Alongside Zach Lamar, I'm Creighton Rabs. We're delighted to have you with us for game number 17 of the Vulcans season. Zach, California coming off getting a momentum boosting win this past Wednesday.
Yeah, this past Wednesday they defeated Clarion 71-58 at home at the Convocation Center. Jackie Mick with 14 points. Alonzo Murphy, 7 rebounds, approaching near double digits in that category. You like to see that from him. But we're going to switch to IUP. Their last game, their first loss of the year. They were ranked 5th in the nation. They lost to Gannon. I believe that game was at home. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kita had 21 points, and Yarde, the second, had 6 rebounds. Indiana looking to come off a loss, rebound with a win against their heated rival.
And that game was actually at the Hammermill Center in Erie, so that was IUP's first loss of the 2013-2014 season. Taking a look now at some players to watch for California. Armin Marks.
And Armin Marks on the year has averaged 10.6 points per game, just over 5 rebounds. He's only shooting under 35% from the field, 80% from the free throw line about. But there's a lot of times where he can start to heat up when it counts and give Cal a boost on offense.
And for IUP, Marcel Superbiel, the senior from Uruguay.
And Marcel Superbiel, a redshirt senior from Uruguay, like you said, 16.6 points per game, 5.2 rebounds a game. I believe he was a PSAC first team preseason player. He's really the focal point of the IUP's attack. And you'll look to see if he can commit to attacking Vulcan's defense today.
And this is the 40th men's basketball game played here at the KCAC. The Crimson Hawks have only lost twice. Well, can the Vulcans make it number 3 when we return? Zach and I will have all the exciting action right here on CUTV Sports. Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV, log on, tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports is presented by First Niagara Bank, JD Waterproofing, Lee Supply Company, Physical Therapy Institute, Trip Total Media, and UPMC Health Plan. And welcome back to the Kovalchik Convention and Athletic Complex. Zach, here we have the tail of the tape presented by JD Waterproofing.
Yeah, we're going to look scoring, of course, the most important aspect in the game. IUP averaging about 5 more points per game if you round out California to 65. About even in three-point percentage. IUP just across the board really better category-wise and number-wise than CalU. Only thing is turnovers, about half less per game than IUP to the Vulcans have. That might come into their favor today.
And the one thing Cal, in a lot of games this season, the Vulcans have been out-rebounded. We'll take a quick look at the starting lineups. First four. Well, first there's head coach Bill Brown. Vulcans looking to continue their momentum from last Wednesday's win. As you can see our colleagues, Matt Hagee and Allison Steinheiser calling the game on radio. California's starting lineup, it'll be Josh Dombrowski, Jake Jakubek, Drew Cook, Chris Williams, and Alonzo Murphy. For the Crimson Hawks of IUP, it'll be Devontae Chance, the junior out of Philadelphia, Marcel Superbiel, the senior from Montevideo, Uruguay, head coach Joe Lombardi right there, Jeremy Jeffers, the junior from Wilson, North Carolina, Mathis Kita, a senior from France, and Brandon Norfleet, the sophomore from Virginia Beach, Virginia. The name, his father, Daryl Norfleet, played at CalU for several years. Brandon Norfleet transited from Cheney, won the PSAC East Freshman of the Year.
And we're about to get tip underway here. We'll have to see if it's going to be Chris Williams or Alonzo Murphy taking it. It's kind of switched off throughout the season. This is my first game back, though, Sansa. I'm anxious to see if what CalU did in crossover play and recently against Clarion carries over into this matchup against IUP. CalU has never won here at the KCAC. The women just beat the IUP women for the first time here before this game, so it's going to be a tough task. CalU clearly the underdog here against the 5th-ranked Crimson Hawks, but anything can happen on any given night.
Yes, and interesting to note, Zach, they've in five of IUP's last 6 road games have been decided by 6 points or less. Conversely, their smallest margin of victory was at home. Has been 10 points. That was their last home game on January 8th against Bloomsburg. We're about to tip it off here. It'll be Alonzo Murphy and Superbiel for IUP. Bruce Rothwell, Aaron Mickens, Andrew Seward, your referees, and the ball is controlled by California. Jake Jakubek.
And a good win there on the tip. A few players actually got touches on the ball for CalU and ended up in the hands of Jakubek.
And that's who you want to have. Speaking of freshman of the year, is Cook. Kicks it out to Williams. Over to Dombrowski. Back to Drew Cook. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Chris Williams inside is intended for Zoe Murphy, but Jeffers tips it out of bounds. California will have 9 seconds to shoot.
And a good tip right there by Jeffers, able to get his hand before the pass hits Alonzo Murphy. And CalU in a little bit of a tight mess here early.
5 to shoot. Jakubek kicks it out to Williams. Williams got to get a quick shot off. 3-pointer. No good. It does not hit the rim. Shot clock violation. Turnover. IUP for IUP rather. Excuse me.
And CalU, not a good way to start getting a turnover on your first possession. If you're going to beat IUP, you got to keep control of the ball in your favor throughout the game.
Absolutely, Zach. Inside to Superbiel. Drive, spins, shot is good. 2 points for Marcel. IUP with a 2-0 lead.
And a good shot fadeaway right there against Alonzo Murphy, I believe it was, in the post.
Yes, it was. And already 1 minute in, California, Dombrowski. Jakubek going to try to drive. He's being closely guarded by Chance. Now kicks it out to Cook. 18:45 left in the first half. Jakubek momentarily loses control, dishes it off Dombrowski. Downtown, no good. Ball is tipped out by Brandon Norfleet. California will get a fresh shot clock. And we were mentioning Norfleet, the PSAC East Freshman of the Year last year. Jakubek, of course, won similar honors in the West. This may be the first time we've ever had the PSAC West and East Freshman of the Year on the same court at the same time in divisional play. Dombrowski for 2. That is good. Josh Dombrowski ties the game.
And a good shot right there from Dombrowski. He likes to take threes a lot of the time. He's one of those bigs that can shoot outside. Takes an easy 2-pointer right there for the first points.
And Natha. Now over to Norfleet. Norfleet's going to get called for the travel.
And Norfleet right there. Like you said, the first time maybe we've ever seen the PSAC East and West freshmen go against each other in the same division. It's a rare occurrence if it has happened before. Interesting matchup between the two young players.
And that'll be a very interesting, see how that plays out. Here's Cook, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Super BL. Here come the Crimson Hawks. 2 minutes into the game, we're tied at 2. Here's Chance. Was guarded by Jackie back. Now kicks it out to Norfleet. Back to Chance. Chance, the junior out of Philadelphia. Now Norfleet's gonna kick it over to Kaida. Kaida for a long 2, no good. Rebound by Zoe Murphy.
And Alonzo Murphy using his height right there against number 11. That is Jeremy Jeffers, able to get the rebound.
And there you see Super BL's height advantage. Murphy thought about a dunk, instead went for the layup, no good. Rebound controlled by IUP. The quick pass over to Jeffers. Jeffers, baseline layup, no good. Rebound, Chris Williams. Here we go back the other way.
And it looks like that was Dombrowski getting late pressure on D against Jeffers, kind of changing his shot like Alonzo Murphy had to do in the last possession for California.
And if Cal can keep doing that, they'll have a fighting chance against the number 5 team in the country. Now here's Cook. Closely guarded by Norfleet. Kicks it up to Jackie Beck. 10 to shoot on a shot clock. We have held ball possession, IUP.
And that's another turnover for the Vulcans, 2 in their first 5 possessions, I believe. And Jackie Beck right there with the turnover. You don't like to see turnovers from such young players. I know as he gets older, he'll start to change that, but the jump ball doesn't always go in your favor, so that's one you can kind of look over, but hopefully that trend doesn't continue in the game.
Absolutely, Zach. Meanwhile, Jesse Bosnick and 32, Devin Cottrell, 21 now in the game for the Crimson Hawks. Here we see Cottrell kick it out over to Chance. Chance, Super BL, drives, double team, kicks it out to Chance.
There is 11 on the shot clock, so IUP's gonna have to work fast if they want to get a shot off in this possession.
And there you see Kaida with a baseline jumper. It is good. Mathis Kaida gives IUP a 4-2 lead.
And like I said, they had to work fast. Right immediately, they got an open shot from Kita, and he's able to hit his first 2 points of the game.
Well said, Zach, as Drew Cook drives. He's going to drive the lane, kicks it out to Murphy. Murphy with a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound tipped by Kaida, controlled by Super BL, but we have a foul.
And that's going to go on Chris Williams. That will be his first. It looked like it was an over-the-back foul. First foul between either team, so not a lot of foul trouble early. That's going to be our first media timeout as well. Creighton will look at some replays here in a moment. As there's 15:56 left. You'll see right here the first basket of the game. Marcel Super BL from Uruguay getting an easy fadeaway against Josh Dombrowski. And Dombrowski responding with 2 points of his own. Late defensive pressure from Kaida, able to hit the shot. And then the only other shot so far in the game, Kaida gets an easy 2 open look. Besides that, it's really been kind of a non-defensive game, but a non-offensive game either. Both teams not really hitting a lot of their shots. Look at team leaders for Cal. Fortune still leading in points per game, although he's not really had a lot of big output lately. Rebounds, Alonzo Murphy has nearly 6 a game. Jackie Beck with the most assists at 35. And then Chris Williams, 17 steals, and this is the 17th game, so he's averaging just over 1 a game.
And Zach, as you were alluding to, California 1 for 6 from the field so far in the SAF. Here's IUP's team leaders.
And Marcel Super BL, we've said his name a couple times, 16.6 points a game. Definitely the leading player for IUP. Cottrell, 6.3 rebounds, and then Chance with 60 assists and 31 steals. That's almost 2 a game at this point in pace in the season. You're going to look for him on the defensive end and as a pass-first kind of point guard for the Crimson Hawks.
That's very good point indeed, Zach. Incidentally, IUP now 2 for 4 from the field so far. As we go back to live action, that will be Bosnick inbounding to Chance. Chance gets it over to Kaida. Super BL now controlling, 15:45 left. Chance resetting the offense. Swings it around now to Kaida. Kaida kicks it back over to Chance. Chance from downtown, bang!
And Chance right there said Could be a pass first kind of point guard, but getting an open shot, and he takes it for his first 3 of the game.
And he can drain it from downtown, Zach. 35% shooter from beyond the arc. See Tynell Fortune in the game for the first time. He is now sending it over to Marks. Marks also in the game for the first time. Williams thought about a 3, instead drives the lane. Layup, no good. We have a foul on the play. And it's going to be on Kaita, his first.
Keita right here. We'll see if we can see it on the replay. Williams going up for a little floater, just hits it over the rim. Keita might have had a foul on the floor before he got up for the ball. So now Caillou trying to cut into this lead with 15-10 left in the first half.
And that is what they call a non-shooting foul. So Fortune will inbound to Jackie Beck. Fortune back to Jackie Beck, over to Armin Marks. Marks thought about the 3, but he'll take a drive. The layup, no good. Tip in by Zoe Murphy.
And Alonzo Murphy using his height right there to clean up the offensive rebound. That is his 2nd rebound total in the game. Using his full size right there. Easy tip in off the fingertips and cuts this lead down to 3.
And there's Chance. Over to Cottrell. Cottrell back to Chance. Chance evades a double team. Now kicks it over to Bosnick. Bosnick now back to Chance. 14 seconds left to shoot. IUP leading 7-4. 14:30 left. Here's Superbeal. Superbeal going to drive instead. Kicks it out to Chance. Chance is going to drive. It bounced right off of Cottrell. Superbeal's shot is no good. Tynell Fortune saves it. Possession California.
The little man right there with a tremendous save, finding Alonzo Murphy off a rebound, kind of bounced around a few hands a couple times. Super Biel, notable down there in the post.
Fortune thought about a 3 now. Jackie Beck for the long 2, that's good. Jackie Beck makes it a 1-point game for California.
And Caillou's right back into this game, only down by 1 after finding themselves down 5 early. If they can get their shots to start falling, 30% now, you keep rising that, you'll have a chance here.
And it was 1 for 6 at the media timeout. Zach here is Superbeal. Drive, he's guarded by Williams. That shot is no good. Rebound by Armin Marks. Fast break for the Vulcans. 3 on 2. Instead, Marks resets the offense over to Fortune. Now Marks over to Williams.
We have 3 players for IUP that are going to be coming in soon when they can.
And on the steal right there, fast break by Mathis Kaida, and the Crimson Hawks make it a 3-point game again. 13:05 left. Fortune being guarded closely by Chance. Murphy's going to set the pick, and we have an offensive foul against California. See who the foul is on.
And hard to tell, did not get clarification on who the foul was on. My guess would be either Tynell Fortune or Alonzo Murphy for a possible moving screen. We're not clarified yet. We can look on the board, but it does not have it updated either, so I don't think anybody knows yet at this point.
Well, nonetheless, Marks with a big rebound off the IUP miss. Here come the Vulcans. Jackie Beck over the timeline. Over to Dombrowski. Dombrowski back to Jackie Beck. 12:30 left in the first half. Jackie Beck momentarily loses the handle, but retains possession. Now Fortune. Double team on the little man. Kicks it out to Jackie Beck. Jackie Beck, Dombrowski to Jackie Beck. 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Jackie Beck now kicks it off to Fortune. 5 seconds to shoot. Fortune's going to drive the lane, and he is going to draw the foul.
And a big hit right there. We'll see who the foul is going to be called on. Looks like number 21 or possibly 23. There's a couple 20s.
It's on Cottrell. That is his first. Second team foul for the Crimson Hawks, and it looks like that last play there was no foul called per se, just a turnover. As Tynell Fortune hits the first foul shot. The junior out of Harlem, New York, and Pocono Mountain West High School in Monroe County, near East Stroudsburg.
We see Drew Cook come in the game as well as Kenny Smith, Murphy, and Jackie Beck exit. And Tynell Fortune an free throw shooter on the year. He went through a spell before winter break where he started missing a couple free throws in a row as well, so maybe trying to find his stroke at the charity stripe.
And while doing so, hoping to cut the Vulcans lead to 1. He does. 12:06 left in the first half. And we see Chance gets it over the timeline. Fortune closely guarding. And Chance kicks it inside to Cottrell. Cottrell beats the double team but can't get the shot. Rebound by Drew Cook. Here comes the Vulcans on a 3-on-2. Here's Fortune, drives, layup no good. Rebound by Chance. Here come the Crimson Hawks. Cornell Yard now in the game. Over to Jeffers, 3-ball, no good. Fortune with a rebound. Here come the Vulcans. Back the other way. We see Kenny Smith, 24 in the game for California. Marks drives. He's going to get called for traveling. And with 11:26 left in the first half, we're going to step away for a timeout. Your score, IUP 9, California 8. This is Vulcans basketball on CUTV Sports.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
And welcome back to California Vulcans basketball on CUTV Sports. Here you see the current PSAC standings, and actually IUP entered the game with a, well, actually that should be 4-1, but nonetheless they entered the game on top of the PSAC standings with Slippery Rock, Mercyhurst, Gannon all in the mix as well. California seed trying to keep pace down towards the bottom ahead of winless Edinburgh and Clarion, and we're back to live action here as the Norfleet will drive the lane. He goes up, layup is no good. Rebound is controlled by Yard. Yard shot is no good. Dombrowski with a rebound.
And a couple opportunities there. IUP getting a lot of second chances, just not able to bury the shot.
And neither is Jake Jakubek with the 3-ball. Norfleet with a rebound. Here come the Crimson Hawks. Jeffers lost a handle there, and that pass sails right out of bounds. California ball.
And Jeffers kind of panicked there after he lost control of the ball. He had about 3 or 4 Vulcan defenders swarm around him, and then he just threw it away trying to find a man on his own team. He just panicked a little bit, and it worked in Cal's favor. They could possibly take the lead here on this possession.
Absolutely, Zach. It is 10:45 left as Kenny Smith kicks it off to Drew Cook. Cook trying to drive. He kicks it out to Jakubek. Jakubek over to Armin Marks. Marks for 3. That's good. California takes the lead. Armin Marks from downtown.
And that is Cal's first lead of the game. 11-9 now, just over 10 minutes left in the first half. Cal U starting to find a little bit of an offensive rhythm every now and then.
And Marks, a 30% shooter from beyond the arc, as Chance goes one-on-one with Jakubek, now kicks it out to Yard. Yard over to Cottrell. Sends it right back out the yard. Now Chance resets the offense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Jakubek going one-on-one with Chance. Chance rather. That ball is going to go out of bounds, deflected off a Cal player. 3 seconds left on the shot clock for the Crimson Hawks.
IUP is going to have to set something up here. You might see them call a play from their point guard Chance, see if they can get anything going. Chris Williams checks in for Dombrowski. Alonzo Murphy's going to check in as well for Kenny Smith. So a couple new players strong on defense for California. See what IUP can do.
And as Zach alluded to right there, you see a play inside for Cottrell. Cottrell's shot is no good. Rebound controlled by Chris Williams. What a job there with the hustle by Williams.
He had that over someone's back and he still came away with it. So Chris Williams, the lone senior, great grit and attitude right there to get that rebound.
Absolutely. That's the hustle play Bill Brown is looking for. His Jackie Beck from downtown. Bang! Jackie Beck with 5 points on the game. California with a 5-point lead.
Cal U trying to start pulling away from IUP. You might see IUP call a timeout momentarily. If things start getting out of hand, you don't want your hated rival to get too far ahead of you.
And no, you do not, Zach. It is a 8-0 California run. Here's the kick out to Cornell Yard. 3-ball no good. Rebound by Zoe Murphy, using the height to his advantage. Jackie Beck, Williams kicks it right back out, and Mark's able to control it. Very fortuitous there for the Vulcans.
And a weird series of events there. Williams looked like he was running towards the basket for a layup, with the pass just too far ahead of him. Able to kick it back out to Marks on a lucky Hail Mary pass.
Armin Marks, the right place at the right time. That enables California to keep possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Jackie Beck. Jackie Beck goes one-on-one with Superbeals. Jackie Beck drives the lane, shot is no good. Rebound controlled by Superbeal, and actually I thought it would have went out of bounds, but nonetheless IUP gets the ball.
Good hustle though by Jackie Beck to try and get it.
And there's Yard with the layup. No good, it'll be a foul on, we'll see who it is on.
And it looks like it might be Armin Marks.
It is.
That is his first foul of the game. It's hard to get clarification as who the fouls are on, as you see the replay there. Luckily for California, Yard's shot did not fall down.
And so it'll be Cornell Yard. Hits the first of 2 foul shots. The freshman, redshirt freshman out of Leesport, Berks County, to Schuylkill Valley High School. Our colleague Matt Hagee's from that neck of the woods. His dad, I think, mentioned Matt's dad teaches up at Schuylkill Valley. So, fun factoid of the day as Yard sinks the second one. It was IUP's first points in nearly 5 minutes. Now a 3-point Vulcans lead, 8:11 left. Murphy inside to Williams, and he's unable to control the ball, but it looks like it deflected off a IUP player. Possession retained by California with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
When we look at the replay here, it did hit off the foot of number 23, that's Brandon Norfleet. You could have also had a kickball violation called there, but the referee just signals out of bounds, Cal ball.
And that's a good point, but California will retain possession nonetheless. As Fortune resets the offense, 10 to shoot. Jackie Beck, Norfleet going one-on-one with Jackie Beck, kicks it out to Fortune. Fortune tries to drive. Jackie Beck, 3 on the shot clock, he's gonna hurry. Williams, downtown, no good. And the ball goes off of Cottrell. And we are gonna have a discussion, and now they're gonna say it's gonna go California's ball, IUP's ball rather.
And we'll look at the replay here, who it went off of. It's hard to tell from that look. We'd have to slow it down and really examine it. From far away though, it looked like it might have gone off Cottrell from my vantage point. Now we're at immediate timeout.
And looking at that replay, Zach, it might have actually gone off of Zoe Murphy's shin, but nonetheless, we have a timeout on the court. Let's look at some highlights.
We'll see right here, Jackie Beck with a big shot. I think that was his 2-point shot at near the beginning of the first half. Right here, Chance feeding Kita, who gets to the basket, gets 2 points that are 2 of his 4 points in the game. And right here, Armin Marks, a long 3 from downtown, hits the shot. Those are his only 3 points of the game. He has a foul to go with that. And then Drew Cook finds Jake Jackie Beck at the top of the key. Jackie Beck's first 3 of the game. California now shooting 5 of 16. IUP shooting 4 of 15, so both these teams not really getting into an offensive rhythm yet to start the game. Look at our stats ranking. IUP 10th in scoring, Cal 16th, both under 71 points a game. Scoring defense, IUP tops in the PSAC, 57.3 points a game. pretty darn good there. And second in scoring margin at 13.3. Cal U minus 2 points. That's 13th in the league.
And you have to keep in mind, of course, California coming into this game 7-9, IUP 14-1. So we mentioned in the Open, their last loss, as Zach mentioned in the Open, their only loss of the year coming last week against Gannon. As we are now back to live action here at the KCAC in Indiana County. It is Superbeal looks to drive the lane. His shot is no good. Rebound controlled by the Crimson Hawks. And a jumper by Mathis Keita. That's their first field goal in nearly 6 minutes.
And IUP now only finds themselves down by 1 at one point, down by 5, similar to what Cal U did earlier in the half.
There's Murphy, double teamed, spin move no good, and that ball is going to go off of Murphy, possession of IUP.
And Norfleet was tangled up with Murphy down there, battle of the 23s. Murphy did look like he was the last one to touch, though, under 7 minutes left in the half.
And here's Norfleet. Gets it over to half-court line, over to Superbeal. Superbeal out to Keita. Norfleet thought about 3, but instead kicks it over to Keita. Ball stripped. Jackie-Beck controls it. Here come the Vulcans. 1 point lead. 6:35 left in the half. Murphy kicks it out to Williams. Now over to Fortune. Williams is another one of those players Cal can count on for a big 3. As Fortune. Now Jackie-Beck. Inside to Murphy. Murphy kicks it out to Dombrowski. Back to Fortune. 10 left on the shot clock. Fortune kicks it inside to Murphy. Murphy able to hold on. And he is called for a travel.
And it looks like he did maybe take one extra step there. He lost control of the ball at first when he got it. We'll see here, 1, 2, and he kind of slid there on the court, so they would call you that a travel on you against Alonzo Murphy right there. Costly turnover for the Vulcans, would have been an easy 2 points.
Absolutely, Zach. 6 minutes left in the first half. California with a 1 point lead as Keita has the ball stripped away. I believe it was Williams. And now California. Fortune drives the lane, kicks it out to Jackie-Beck. Downtown, bang! 8 points for the sophomore from Struthers, Ohio. California with a 4 point lead.
And Jackie-Beck, that is his second 3 of the game. Now a 4 point Cal lead. And that was 2 straight possessions that I believe it's Keita had lost the ball on a strip and no foul was called, fortuitous for California.
And the jumper baseline by Cornell Yard cuts the California lead to 2. 5:17 left in the first half as Fortune over the timeline. Sent over to Dombrowski now. Inside to Murphy. Murphy! And 1!
And Murphy right there getting the basket. I believe that was against Cornell Yard, using his size advantage. That's 4 inches Murphy had over Yard. Gets the layup to just fall in, offers some contention, and then gets the and 1. He's going to go to the free throw line in just a moment.
60% on the season from the foul line for Murphy from the Hill District in Pittsburgh. Went to Amani Christian. So Murphy will the opportunity to complete the old school 3 with 5:06 left. In the first half, he hits the front of the rim. Superbeal with the rebound. And the Crimson Hawks reset. Chance will get it over the timeline. Here's Keita. Long-range jumper is no good. Rebound by Chris Williams over to Jackie-Beck. Here come the Vulcans. Williams, deep 3, bang! Chris Williams with a 3. That was almost from Greensburg, Zach.
Yeah, Chris Williams, a very far downtown 3. I've never actually seen Chris Williams hit a 3 from that far before. I know he's very athletic. He doesn't take a lot of 3s most of the time in the game. Looks like it was a timeout called by IUP. You can see the excitement on Williams' face. California is really pumped up for this game, and now they have, I believe it's a 6-point lead, or 7-point lead actually, 22-15, 4:37 left.
IUP, A lot of people looking at, you wonder if maybe there's a bit of a hangover from Saturday night, their overtime loss at the Hammermill Center. And it 6 for 19 shooting for the Crimson Hawks, 8 for 21 for the Vulcans. But Zach, I mean, the turnovers are actually fairly even. Cal has one more turnover, but just look at the way they've been playing defense so far. This being a big rivalry and all.
Yeah, the down low presence, I think, of Murphy is really kind of helping Cal U this year. They didn't have Murphy last year. They didn't have Marks last year. Those players are really helping in this game.
And they also didn't have Drew Cook as well. So here's a baseline. Blocked by Murphy. Controlled now by Drew Cook. Here come the Vulcans the other way. Now we were mentioning that, Zach, that defense really stepping up so far. But with 4 minutes left in the first half as Cook kicks it out to Jackie Beck. There's Jackie Beck one-on-one with Yard. Kicks it over to Williams. Now Armin Marks. Marks, 3-ball. No good. Rims out. And the ball will be IUP. Excuse me. IUP's possession. Timeout on the floor with 3:37 left.
There's actually no timeout. I thought they would have called the media
I thought they
timeout.
did. Well, we're right
Because
back to
there's
live
under
action.
4 minutes.
I'm sorry, Zach. Bear with us, folks. We're having some slight technical difficulties, but we're still going to be able to get the game to you. But nonetheless, here is Chance. Zuberbiel from downtown, no good. Rebound, Murphy. And the Vulcans coming back the other way. Here's Jackie back over the timeline. California with a 7-point lead. Playing as inspired as we've seen him all year as Jackie Beck, being closely guarded, kicks it out to Marks. Marks now over to Drew Cook, and there's going to be a foul on the court against Yard. That is his second. And
we see the replay here, and we're still not getting a timeout. So I guess that last timeout that was taken by IUP is going to count as the media here. No commercial break, still 3 minutes left. Kenny Smith going to come in now for Alonzo Murphy. Actually, now we are going to have a media timeout.
And with 3 minutes left, your score, California 22, IUP 15. You're watching California Vulcans basketball on CUTV Sports.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
And welcome back to the Ed Fry Arena at the Kovalchuk Complex. You see Zoe Murphy picking up right where we left off the last game.
And right there, Alonzo Murphy, that is 2 of his 4 points. And Jackie Beck to a long 3 for Chris Williams. And Chris Williams has 3 points in the game with a foul. Williams only averaging under 8 points a game, but as the lone senior, he brings that leadership to the team that the Vulcans really need.
And we've seen a lot of solid defense. Doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but impressive performance nonetheless by Chris Williams, a senior out of Philadelphia. That shot is denied by Cottrell, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's IUP possession. California's had a couple of those tonight.
It looks like Bill Brown's trying to talk to the official, and the officials are saying it hit off a leg of a Cal player, and Bill Brown thought it hit off an arm of an IUP player, excuse me.
In all fairness, we're high above courtside, and the refs are down at courtside, so we have a turnover by IUP. I checked that out. It's actually an offensive foul.
It is an offensive foul. I have to see who it was. I think Jesse Bosnick is who they're calling it on. That is his first for a little push on the offensive baseline.
And that, I believe, will be IUP's 6th foul of the half. And there's a steal by Chance and a foul by Jakubek. Shot is no good, so Jakubek could have called for his first foul. That very prevented the layup at the very least, Zach.
It's actually going to be called an intentional foul, so they're going to award him with points. No points, but Chance is going to get 2 shots at the free throw line, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I think they might get possession back as well.
I believe you are correct, Zach. And I wouldn't have gone so far as to call that an intentional, but nonetheless, Chance misses the first foul shot, and that could actually work in California's favor. He does hit the second one, so. But IUP will get the ball back, and like I said, that didn't look overly intentional, but nonetheless, California still with a 6-point lead, 2:22 left.
I think the clarification on that one, what I've watched on my time in basketball, is maybe because he had an open lane in a basket and Jakubek stepped in front of him and grabbed him, that might be what they called intentional.
All right, fair point, as Kaita's shot is no good. Cottrell with another chance to go to the foul line, as that will be a California foul on Murphy. I'm sorry, Chris Williams. That's
Chris
Williams' second. I'm sorry, Zach.
It's fine right there. We can't hear each other, so we're going to have a couple times where we stumble over each other, but that is Chris Williams' second foul. I believe a couple games ago he did foul out of the contest. We'll have to see if he gets into a couple more fouls late in the game, how many minutes he'll get in the game.
And Cottrell hits the first, the sophomore from Monroeville, went to Gateway High School. So he will get another foul shot. IUP cuts the lead to 5, 2:14 left. He sinks them both, and he's a 67% foul shooter, able to convert both as Drew Cook gets it over the timeline, drives the lane, kicks it off to Kenny Smith. Smith to Dombrowski. Dombrowski marks. Marks resetting now over to Jakubek. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. California up by 4. Here's Cook. Kicks it now out to Jakubek. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Jakubek drives the lane, kicks it out to Marks. Marks from downtown, no good. Rebound control by Kaita, excuse me. Now Chance. Thought about a baseline jumper, but Drew Cook with a good defense prevented the shot, and that ball does go out of bounds. IUP still keeps it.
And it was out of bounds off of Armin Marks, who was trying to run it down. Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds with his hand on the ball. So an unlucky break there for Cal U. Cal U hasn't hit a shot in the last few minutes, Creighton. They're going to have to start getting an offensive rhythm going again.
It's been about 3+ minutes for the Vulcans as IUP. Superville stolen by Marks. 1-on-2. Here's Marks. The layup and one. Armin Marks draws a hoop in the harm.
And Armin Marks there slow to get up, but luckily enough with the help of his teammates, he's able to make it to the free throw line. We'll look at the replay here. Armin Marks, it was a 1-on-2. Usually sometimes you might see a couple players reset. Armin Marks, enough confidence, go to the hole, put the basket in, takes a tumble, and will go to the line where he is shooting 79% on the season. Try and make it an and one and make it a 7-point lead.
And Marks completes the old school 3. 7-point Vulcans lead. The foul incidentally was on Kaita, his second. So now California won. That's 16 fouls for the Crimson Hawks. Here's Superbeal, closely guarded by Dombrowski. Dombrowski really bringing the pressure, and now it's going to be a double dribble on Superbeal. He has 2 points so far.
And great defensive pressure right there from Dombrowski. Drew Cook coming over for the double team. And Superbeal with a double dribble there. They are really starting to take him out of his own zone and out of the game, which helps the Cal U Vulcans' chances here today.
It certainly does. Under a minute in the first half. Here's Dombrowski out to Jackie Beck. Now over to Armin Marks. Marks from downtown, no good. It's the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by IUP. 37 seconds left. Here is a drive by Bosnick, is no good. Marks with the rebound, and the shot clock is now off. Zach, they're going to milk that clock for the final shot.
You might see, and they actually will call a timeout. I was about to say that, Creighton. You might see Cal call a timeout as there's 20.6 seconds left. Cal U, they have a 7-point lead. If they run out the clock, they can at least protect that going into halftime, but you would always like to extend it. There's still 20 minutes left. In IUP, they were 5th in the nation for a reason. They can come back. They haven't lost at home but twice in the 3 years since this arena opened. So Cal U has to be assured that if they get a shot, they have to make all their shots that they can and try to come in with the victory.
And they are 9 for 26 so far from the field. Zach, IUP 6 for 22. That's a turnover battle. IUP right now with 8 turnovers. Cal with 6. So as you were alluding to, I mean, these, I would think Cal's going to hold for the last shot, but remember, IUP now have, if they foul, that puts Cal at the line for at worst a 1-and-1. So we'll see how these teams strategize here in the final 20.6 seconds of the first half. Tynell Fortune will inbound over to Drew Cook. Back to Fortune. Fortune gets it over to Timeline. Double teamed. He's trying to find someone. Gets it over to Marks. Marks, Dombrowski. Dombrowski thought about a 3, instead kicks it out to Marks. Marks is going to drive. Jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by IUP. Here's Norfleet. Long shot from half court, no good, and we are at halftime. Your score, California 25, IUP 18, as you see on the Physical Therapy Institute scoreboard. We'll be right back with exciting second half action right here on CUTV Sports.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
You are watching CUTV, California University Television.
California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports is presented by First Niagara Bank, JD Waterproofing, Lee Supply Company, the Physical Therapy Institute, Trip Total Media, and UPMC Health Plan. Welcome back to the Ed Fry Arena on the campus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Alongside Zach Lamar, I'm Creighton Rabs, and we have the halftime stats presented by Trip Total Media.
And we're going to look at them, Creighton. Cal shooting about 33%, IUP shooting 27%. So although the score isn't too high, it's not too low, both teams still getting a little bit done on offense. Cal 4 for 10 for 3-pointers. That's a good chunk of their points, almost half. Free throws are doing a good job there, both teams are. Rebounds, Cal is out rebounding IUP. That's been a big advantage. 4 steals for Cal, 3 for IUP. 8 turnovers against 6 for IUP. That's one stat we looked at before the game. And then the score, of course, 25-18. And the one key factor, Marcel Suberbiel has 2 points at halftime.
And Vulcan's defense doing a good job of controlling them here. We see some first half highlights, starting with Matea Kita with a layup there.
Yeah, that was Kaita. He had 6 points at half. Armin Marks, a long three. You might see another one coming up momentarily if it's in our loop from downtown. Armin Marks hitting one there. And right there, just like I asked for it, Chris Williams with a long three. And if you could see the expression on his face afterwards, you see right there the excitement that this team has with a 7-point lead as Marks is going to have a 1-on-2. Fast break opportunity, goes up against Kaita, gets the foul and one. Cal U has had at least, I think, 2 or 3 of those plays here today, doing a good job of converting at the free throw line and getting all their shots to fall that they should be getting.
Absolutely, Zach. You see head coach Bill Brown watching as California will get the ball to inbound to start the second half. Vulcans with a 7-point lead. Drew Cook will do the honors. So a big California looking to keep that momentum going here in this second half. Although, as Zach mentioned at the outset, IUP wasn't number 5 by accident, so you can be assured both teams will make adjustments. Zuberbiel is going to swipe the ball away, and we're going to have a foul. Looks like it'll be on Zuberbiel. It's on the steal attempt. That is his first.
That is his first, though. But if you get him in some foul trouble, you might take him out of the game, so Cal might look to do that, being IUP's best player.
There you see Jackieback now over to Williams. Williams back to Dombrowski, over to Drew Cook. And we have a whistle. Going to be a offensive foul the other way on Alonzo Murphy.
I believe that is Murphy's first, and it is. So Murphy, sometimes he gets into foul trouble. Good to see he only has one right at the start of the second half. You like to see your big men stay in there for your defensive purposes.
There's Keita over to Keita from downtown. Bang! Mati Keita with a big three, and that cuts the California lead to 4.
And Keita is the leading scorer at 9 points for the Crimson Hawks in this game.
There you see Jackieback drives the lane, instead kicks it out to Williams. Williams drives baseline, draws the foul on Brandon Norfleet. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 for the Crimson Hawks.
Chris Williams trying to work around the baseline, tries to maybe kind of hook his arm around. It might have been a fortuitous event that he did not get called for an offensive foul with the hook.
And the inbounds pass knocked out by Jeffers. It'll be California ball, 19:07 left in regulation. Fresh shot clock, layup, no good by Dombrowski. Rebound controlled by Chris Williams.
And lucky enough, Chris Williams got that rebound because Dombrowski had a clean open look at the basket and did not hit that. He has to be stunned that did not fall in.
Stunned would be an understatement there, Zach, as Williams drives baseline, and they're going to call him and one.
And I'm guessing that they're just going to let the shot continue on that one. I was surprised at that they would let it continue, but he had an easy layup there. Not sure who the foul was called on. I think
Devontae Chance is who the foul will be on. That'll be his first, as Chris Williams, a 62.7% foul shooter, draws the hoop, and Hartman will have the chance to complete the old school 3. Hopefully to give California a 7-point lead. That will equal their largest of the game.
Chris Williams on the season a 63% shooter.
And he sinks it. Chris Williams with the old school 3, and now Vulcans are back up by 7.
Williams now has 6 points in the game, 3-on-1 play right there. He had another 3 and a long 3 before. He just likes getting them in bunches as he goes along.
Here's Zuberbiel, over to Chance. Inside to Jeffers. Long 2 that was a 3 by Norfleet, no good. Zuberbiel retains, he saves it, but it's controlled by California. Here come the Vulcans. There's Jackieback, kicks it out to Dombrowski. Dombrowski thought about the 3, but instead kicks it back to Jackieback. Inside to Murphy. Murphy, a double team, loses the ball, stolen by Chance. Here come the Crimson Hawks. 3 ball, Keita, bang! 4-point California lead as Keita is on fire.
That is Keita's second 3 of this half. I believe he has all 6 points for the Crimson Hawks in this half. So look to get a heat check on him in the next couple possessions.
Well, Superville's been struggling offensively, but we've seen Keita step up a little bit, and now here's Drew Cook. Norfleet with the close defense. Ball is stolen. Tapped away by Jeffers, controlled by Keita. Keita over to Superville. Superville, the layup is good, and one!
And Marcel Superbiel going to the line where he is an 81% shooter. Looked like maybe Dombrowski could have tried to draw a charge there, but he is going to get called for the blocking foul. That is going to be Dombrowski's first of the game. You might see him take a seat momentarily. You might see Kenny Smith or Armin Marks come back in soon.
And Superville completes the old school three. It's a 1-point IUP lead. Jackiebeck beats the double team, kicks it out to Williams. Williams over to Dombrowski. Dombrowski over to Jackiebeck. Jackiebeck. Evades the double team. The layup is no good. Here come the Crimson Hawks with a chance to take the lead. Chance with the layup, no good. Picked up by Norfleet, that's no good. Rebound by Zoe Murphy. What a break for the Vulcans.
Norfleet had an open look at the basket. I'm shocked he did not hit that one. Based on being PSAC East Freshman of the Year, he should have hit that basket. It was a clean look for him.
And Joe Lombardi almost as shocked. He's a little bit on the court right now, but nonetheless, we're back to live action as Dombrowski now controls. 16:40 left in regulation. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Jackiebeck from downtown. Bang! Jake Jackiebeck with his third three-pointer of the game.
And that's 11 now for the sophomore from Struthers, Ohio, Jake Jackiebeck. Doing a good job trying to hit his shots from downtown today.
And that momentarily stalls IUP's momentum. Three ball by Jeffers is no good. Rebound by Norfleet. And Chance unable to control it. And he is going to get called for an over and back violation rather. And right on cue, Zach, Marks and Kenny Smith are in the game. Zoe Murphy, Dombrowski take a break. Cornell Yard re-enters the game for the Crimson Hawks, as does Devin Cottrell. You mentioned Yard, his sister, leading scorer at Schuylkill Valley High School, played 4 years up at Marist. Cornell Yard coming from quite the athletic family. Here's Drew Cook gonna drive. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith, shot is denied. And Superville able to maintain possession, and the Crimson Hawks now the other way. Shot by Cottrell is no good, and that's gonna be a foul on California.
It's gonna be a foul on the floor, kind of like what happened similar to IUP earlier in the game. We'll look at the shot here. Cordell puts it up. Looks like it might be a foul on Jackiebeck, and it is on Jackiebeck, and over the back foul. Just got a little push on the shoulder right there. When we come to our first media timeout, we will keep it here at 15:46 left.
It's a very exciting first half. You see Chris Williams with a nice baseline layup.
And that was on an and one opportunity. They let the play continue, and then Mathis Kaida, his second three of the half early on in this half. Able to try and pull IUP back in this one, but you see another basket here. Marcel Superbiel with the and one. The senior from Uruguay averages 16.6 a game, only has 5 now. And then Jackiebeck, another long three from downtown. He has 11. And Creighton, the best way to watch all of our highlights and full games, of course, is on YouTube. We have the fancy new YouTube logo right there for you. You can go to CUTV Sports 1, that's our channel, or CUTV News Center, which of course is our news program that we tape live every Thursday when we are, of course, at school.
And match play will be coming up starting next week. Certainly looking forward to go one-on-one with you and the rest of our crew, including Matt Hagee and Cody Jeanette. So interesting to say the very least. And that'll also be uploaded to our CUTV Sports 1 YouTube channel. And IUP will inbound. They were saying it was not a shooting foul, so Crimson Hawks will inbound. Devontae Chance doing the honors. Over to Superbiel. Superbiel steps on the line. Turnover, IUP.
And that's a mistake you don't see from a player as veteran as he is, a redshirt senior, and he makes a costly mistake there, just kind of looks up saying, what am I doing right there? Super BL not having the best game of his career yet today.
Everybody has those days, Zach, and that ball went off of an IUP player. It'll remain California ball, 15:36 left in a half, 27 on the shot clock. It's a very critical game here for IUP. They need to win in order to keep pace with Slippery Rock up top the PSAC West. The Rock defeating Mercyhurst earlier this afternoon. And avoid a second place tie with Gannon. The Golden Knights defeating Edinburgh earlier today in PSAC West action. Here's Marks. Marks, baseline, 9 to shoot. Jumper by Marks is good. Armand Marks with 7 on the game.
Now Chance is going to bring it up for
8
IUP.
on the game. Sorry, Zach.
And you're fine right there. 6-point lead for Cal, trying to build up a lead again.
And Keita over to Chance from downtown. No good. Rebound by Keita. Keita, shot is no good. He'll go to the line for 2.
And we'll see who the foul was on. It looks like Alonzo Murphy, maybe?
Marks.
Oh, no, actually it was Marks. Thank you for that clarification. But Marks with 8 points now. He is behind Jakubik as leading scorer for the Vulcans. Keita looking to climb into double figures. If he can, actually he is already in double figures.
And make that 13 for the senior from Thionville, France. I hope I pronounced that right. If I don't, my apologies to the people of France.
And I did not see this before. He is a transfer from Gonzaga. If you can play Gonzaga and you come here, you're going to have some talent, especially here at the D2 level where you don't see D1 prospects every day at basketball schools like Gonzaga.
And there's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Here's Kenny Smith with the layup shot. Is no good. Rebound is going to be, it'll remain California ball. Super BL looks like he was the last one to touch it.
And a fresh shot clock. We're going to see right here. We couldn't exactly tell who the ball went off of there at that juncture, but having a 3-on-2, California not able to get it to connect. A little troubling, but as long as they get the ball back, I think they'll be happy with the 4-point lead.
Absolutely. Tynell Fortune now back in the game for the Vulcans. Drew Cook now over to Marks. Marks kicks it out to Williams from downtown. Bang! Another trifecta for Chris Williams.
And that is now 9 in the game for the senior from Philadelphia.
Representing Bishop McDevitt of Glenside quite well. Now Cornell Yard. 3-ball by Devontae. Chance is good! And that momentarily kills the Vulcans' momentum as IUP's now within 4.
And IUP just won't go away, and that's why they're ranked 5th. They're not going to let a team like Cal just stop on them in their home court. You know, Cal may not have the best record, but Cal's coming in here with some fury and enthusiasm, try and beat their rival.
They certainly are, Zach, as Tynell Fortune thought about a 3 instead. Inside to Kenny Smith. Smith out to Williams. Over to Fortune. Fortune drives the lane. It deflected off of Super BL. California will have 9 seconds left to shoot as Norfleet and Jeffers back in the game.
And Super BL and Keita come out. So that's really the offense today for IUP has been Keita. With him off on the court, Cal U might try and build a lead back. As you see, the pass did deflect off an IUP player.
I think it was actually Jeffers that deflected off it, but nonetheless, California 6 to shoot. Fortune has the ball stripped away right into Devin Cottrell's hands. Here come the Crimson Hawks. Here is Norfleet, kicks it out to Chance. Chance drives the lane. It is good. IUP with a 2. Now cuts the lead to 2. 13:26 left in regulation.
And Cal U right now, they're playing with some enthusiasm. They just need to control it a little bit better. They don't want to get too frazzled out there and let IUP back in.
And there's Williams, jumper, good. Chris Williams stepping up big for the Vulcans, 11 points. California with a 4-point lead, 13:03 left.
And we're going to see Jakubik and Murphy come back in at the next opportune juncture for them.
Kenny Smith going one-on-one with Chance. Over to Yard. Yard drives. Being closely guarded there by Drew Cook. Now it's Cottrell with on the double team. Swiped away by Drew Cook, controlled by Chris Williams. Here comes Tynell Fortune. Fortune, layup is no good. Rebound by Norfleet. Here, Norfleet's going to go drive almost coast to coast. Jumper for the foul line is good.
And the son of a former Cal U product, Daryl Norfleet, gets his first points of the game from the former PSSC East Freshman of the Year.
There's Marks over to Fortune, 12:15 left. Marks thought about driving, but the path was blocked there by Jeffers. Over to Fortune. Fortune now steps back, resets. California clings to a 2-point lead. Fortune is double-teamed inside to Kenny Smith. Smith, jumper, good! First basket of the game for Kenny Smith, the sophomore from Sterling, Virginia. It's now a 4-point Vulcans lead.
California, every time IUP strikes back at them, Cal U strikes back as well. They're not letting the defense go unnoticed here today either, but the offense has started to really pick it up.
Here's a jumper from Cottrell, no good. Rebound by Armin Marks. Here come the Vulcans, Drew Cook. Over to Marks. 11:26 left to play. Off of Norfleet's foot. And we will have a timeout on the floor. 11:25 left in regulation. Your score, California 40. IUP 36 on the Lee Supply scoreboard. This is Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV. Log on. Tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
Arena here at IUP. The Bill Brown Show coming back next week. Check it out for highlights, player interviews, and much more. Get insight from the veteran coach of the California Vulcans. That's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays exclusively on CUTV. And Zach, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy 11. It's going to be an exciting 11 minutes and 25 seconds left in regulation. As Jackie Beck controls the inbounds. Over to Chris Williams. Williams kicks it out to Armin Marks. Marks now back to Jackie Beck. 13 to shoot on the shot clock. Jackie Beck drives, and he's thwarted there by Devontae Chance. Williams with 6 to shoot. Marks, he's going to have to hurry, get a shot off. Long three, no good. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim, according to the officials. Randy Roth, the assistant coach, out on the court trying to argue his point, but it's a turnover nonetheless. It looked like it did miss there, Zach.
And it looked like it did from up here. I thought it might have hit barely off the side of the rim, but in that replay angle we had on our replay camera, it did miss.
And the referee right there, to be fair, he had a much better view than we did, but nonetheless, we are back to live action as Norfleet kicks it over to Chance. 10:37 left in regulation. Chance resetting the offense for the Crimson Hawks. Down 40 to 36. Long two from Norfleet, no good. Rebound by Zoe Murphy. Here come the Vulcans as Jackie Beck over half court. Back to Chris Williams. Williams thought about a deep three. Instead, he's going to kick it off to Marks. Marks sets back, drives the lane, and shot is good. How about Armin Marks there, Zach?
And that's 10 now for the game. Able to use what the defense gave him. Kind of leapt back a little bit, got the shot up. I believe that was Super Biel, tried to block it the last second, but no good.
And the long two by Jeremy Jeffers. That is his first points of the game. So the Crimson Hawks now make it a 4-point lead again with 9:45 left in regulation. And we have
It was actually out of bounds off the hands of Norfleet Creighton.
Okay.
To help you out there. It's still Cal ball. Armin Marks is going to inbound it. You'll see right here on the replay. Jakovic trying to find Marks. That's actually a questionable call. Looks like Marks might have been the last to touch it off that replay, but the referee's going to go with Norfleet as the last to touch.
And again, the referee's right in front of the play. You and I are high above courtside as it's going to be a foul. Looks like it'll be on Keita. That'll be his third. Reach-in foul there, Zach.
And it is Keita, and number 11, that's Jeremy Jeffers, tried selling like the foul was against him because he knows Keita is very vital to the performance of IUP. Keita has 3 fouls now, excuse me.
And Cornell, and right on cue, Keita takes a seat, and Cornell Yard back in the game.
That's actually Norfleet coming out, so Keita is still out on the floor.
Norfleet on the bench. He has only 2 points on the game. Was expected to be a big offensive force for the Crimson Hawks, but nonetheless, Jakubec with a jumper gives California a 6-point lead. 9:18 left to play.
Jake Jakubec is really starting to find his stroke in the last couple of games. He has 13 now. He had 14 against Clarion. I believe he had 21 a couple games ago as well during the break.
And we'll check on that in a moment, Zach, but nonetheless, we're back to live action. Chance. You see Jakubec one-on-one with Chance. Now Murphy, Chance with a 3, no good. Murphy with a rebound. That is 8 for the Zomaster. Jakubec now is going to drive the lane, kicks it over to Chris Williams. The shot is no good, may have been partially blocked. Rebound controlled by Superville, stolen by Williams. Now California, they are in command so far.
And that was the oddest steal I've ever seen. Williams got up, happened to be right next to Super BL, got his hand in and came up with the ball. I'm amazed at how he ended up with possession of that.
It's right place, right time. Murphy's going to draw the foul. He'll have a chance for 2. And that is going to be on Keita. That is his 4th foul, Zach. That's a big one.
Yeah, Keita, if he exits this game, Super BL is going to have to really step up his play. He only has 5 points in the game, but I think Cal knows that Super BL is the focal point of the offense, and they've really tried to shut him down today.
And Zoe Murphy, the junior from the Hill District of Pittsburgh, sinks the first foul shot. We're going to see Tynell Fortune, Jake Dombrowski enter the game for California. That is Cottrell and Norfleet are back in the game. 8:23 left in regulation.
Keita is out now, so we'll have to see when exactly he comes back in. 4 fouls. You don't want to see him exit. You may not see him for a few more minutes.
Murphy sinks them both. Zoe Murphy now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe as California now has an 8-point lead with 8:20 left to play in regulation. Devontae Chance gets it over the timeline, kicks it over to Norfleet. Norfleet, back to Chance. Chance looking, trying to find an open Hawk. Instead, he'll take it himself. Super Beal from downtown, no good. Rebound by Armin Marks. 8 minutes left. California seemingly in command right now with the 8-point lead as Jakubec resets the offense.
There's still 7:50 left though, Creighton, so we can't write the ship off on IUP now as there's a steal right there by Devontae Chance.
Good, you called that, partner. There's a layup by Chance. It's no good. Marks is going to draw the foul, and that is going to be. We're going to have a timeout on the court momentarily.
That is going to be Marks' 6th rebound of the game. All 6 of them are defensive. Armin Marks starting to approach a double-double here in this game as well as Alonzo Murphy. You'll see right here, Devontae Chance, an easy layup right there for the junior Crimson Hawk. And then Chris Williams, he started to come alive as well. He has 11 points in this game, averages just under 8 on the year. And then Brandon Norfleet, his first shot that went in on the game, his first 2 points.
And there you see Kenny Smith getting in the act. Hey, everybody else is scoring. Why not me?
Yeah, Kenny Smith, he only averages just over a point a game. He says, I want to get in on this too. We're going to look at our upcoming broadcast now, and on Friday, we will have our only Vulcan swimming action of the year. Don't miss it. Swimming has always been one of the better sports at Cal U. You're going to want to see the talent that the swimming team has. And then next Saturday at home, the Vulcans will play host to Seton Hill Griffins. And then Wednesday night after that, they will play host to Gannon. Both of those teams are very good. And then February 1st, they will travel to Slippery Rock, where Slippery Rock has really started to handle Cal U in the men's game.
And speaking of Seton Hill loses to Clarion 64-61. While we have a chance, congratulations to Clarion head coach Ron Ryder, earning his 400th career victory as head coach of the Golden Eagles. I know the last few years has been a struggle at Clarion, but Ron Ryder's been a very recognizable figure in the PSAC West, so congratulations, Coach Ryder. And we are back to live action. And Jackie Beck able to keep possession on that play there. Fortune marks, good, Armin Marks. Our player to watch is proving us right there, Zach.
And he did a Tim Duncan move, I like to call it. Find the top corner of the box, hit it off that, and get it to sink into the basket.
Oh, I love me some Tim Duncan and some San Antonio Spurs there, Zach, but we're going to have a foul called on California.
And that's on Dombrowski. That is his second foul. Dombrowski getting some good minutes in the game. He only has 2 points, but he's playing pretty well on the defensive end. He's being also the cornerstone at the top of the key for the Vulcans to rotate their offense as well.
And once again, Dombrowski just proving you don't have to rack up the numbers on the stat line to be effective. Suberbiel downtown, no good. Rebound by Zoe Murphy.
That's 9 in the game now. Alonzo Murphy, he has 6 points, 9 rebounds. He could easily hit a double-double here today.
Certainly deserves it the way he's been playing this season, that is for sure. Nonetheless, here's Fortune, Jackie Beck, back to the little man. 6:51 left to play in regulation. Here's Murphy. Inside to Dombrowski. Dombrowski with the layup. California up by 12.
And this is the most inspired I've seen Cal U play all season. I know it's your rival, and I know it's the number 5 team in the nation, but they're not letting that scare them. They are playing some of the best basketball they might have played together as a team all year.
Absolutely agree with that, Zach. And we are going to have, see if that's, is that going to be a foul? I do believe.
No, I think it's a kicked ball violation, Creighton. We're going to see right here. It goes off the leg of Alonzo Murphy right there, and it's going to be IUP ball. And Keita has come back in. If he gets another foul, he's gone. Because it's 5 fouls and you're gone, right, Creighton?
Absolutely.
So
it is in college. In the NBA, it's 6, but we are not playing in the NBA because there is no NBA in Pittsburgh yet. Nonetheless, here's the jumper, short by Keita. Ball goes out off an IUP player. California with possession.
And it looks like that was number 21, Devin Cottrell. You'll see right here, a little shake-up right there between Marks and Cottrell. Cottrell looked like he was the last to touch, though.
Yeah, well, they could have also easily have called a jump ball, so a big break here for the Vulcans. That is turnover number 13 for the Crimson Hawks. California really playing, as Zach's been alluding to, very inspired as Fortune kicks it into Dombrowski. The only Vulcan who has not scored in this game so far is Drew Cook, and Murphy loses control for the moment but retains it, keeps it on the California side. Layup is, they're going to call an offensive foul on Zoe Murphy. That's his second.
And it did look like Suberbiel got there and set his feet before Murphy did. If he was still moving, or if even he was in that circle area, that would not be called an offensive foul. It would be a blocking foul, and Murphy would be going to the line, but Murphy will get called for his second.
That's a big break for the Crimson Hawks. They are 7 for 19 from the field in the second half. So quickly to reset the IUP lineup, it is Cornell Yard, Keita, I'll pronounce your name right one of these days, Devontae Chance, Suberbiel, and Jeffers. Now California makes a couple substitutions. It'll be Dombrowski taking his seat, so it will be Drew Cook back in the game. Zoe Murphy, Tynell Fortune, Armin Marks. And here is Keita. Kicks it out to Jeffers. Jeffers, baseline jumper, no good. Murphy with the rebound. Here comes Fortune. Here come the Vulcans. Armin Marks, downtown. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound by Murphy. His shot's no good. Tip in by Murphy. No good. Controlled by Suberbiel.
And an interesting series right there. Kick ball against Tynell Fortune, it looks like. But Murphy, he has over 10 rebounds now. He has 11 on the game. He had an offensive rebound down there as well. He is being a big post presence in this game. You're going to look right here. I think this is going to be the kick ball violation, and it is. It goes off the right foot of Fortune. But Cal U, they're doing such a good job down low in the post. They're forcing IUP to take long threes, and they're only connecting on so much of those.
Here's Cada with a jumper. It is good, and a hoop and harm.
And that is 16 now for Cada. He will go to the line for an and one, try and make this a 9-point lead for the Vulcans, as IUP is going to have to start mounting their comeback soon. 5:08 left in the second half.
And Cada, 2 for 2 from the line today. 68% foul shooter. So he will have the chance to complete the old school three, as it looks like Bosnick will come in after the foul shot. If it is converted, it is. So Cada will take a seat, and Bosnick will step in for the Crimson Hawks. He is the only Crimson Hawk player not to have scored today. Williams tries to get it in. Over to Drew Cook. Cook saves it, and the ball is, what a play by Tynell Fortune! Coast to coast and in! The little man stepping up big. 4 points on the game for Tynell.
I did not even see Tynell Fortune coming out of my periphery in that one. He is so fast and small. He appeared out of nowhere, got that ball, and took it right to the basket for an easy layup. That's 4 points now for him in the game.
That was a weird sequence. IUP had the steal, but on the pass, Fortune came out of nowhere and denied by Murphy. IUP with 15 to shoot. Chance, 3-ball, no good. Fortune, rebound. Here come the Vulcans. Up by 11, 4:30 left in regulation, and there is going to be a timeout on the court.
Now we're going to have to see.
It is California timeout, Zach.
It's only a 30-second timeout. So I don't think this is going to be the media as well, but we're going to see Tynell Fortune right here. This might be the play that really defines what Cal U's been doing today. They're taking away the ball. They're trying to find some easy layups, playing fast, competitive, and aggressive, getting to the hole, making their shots, and that's why they're up by 11 with just under 4.5 left.
And Zach, they're indicating this is now a full timeout. Not sure if this is the media timeout, so we are going to keep it here for right now. But Zach, I mean, you look at the stats, California 11 for 21 from the field in the second half, and Jake Jakubek leading the charge.
And Jake Jakubek has 13 points, Marks has 12, Williams has 11. You have a couple players that are really producing big, but you also have guys like Dombrowski with 4, Fortune with 4, Murphy with 6, Smith with 2. You have guys that are really helping their cause everywhere, not just scoring as well either. On the defensive end with the steals, the rebounds. And you see right here Cada, and then he draws an and one, but he's also out of the game again because he's in foul trouble. And again, it's too good not just to look at once. Tynell Fortune, little man, with an amazing job right there.
That, I'll tell you what, that is the play of the year right there for the California Vulcans. They've had some struggles this year, but I'll tell you what, like Zach was saying, this is the most inspired, I think, we've seen California play this year. They've had some good games against, well, to be perfectly honest, lesser opposition, but against the number 5 team in the country, this is probably just, this is that signature road win that could really jumpstart the Vulcan season as we are back to live action. Here's Williams. Over to Zoe Murphy. Murphy out to Marks. Marks resets the offense. Over to Drew Cook. Cook kicks it out to Fortune. 10 seconds to shoot. Fortune drives, and he draws a foul, I do believe.
And we're going to have to see who the foul is on. It looks like that is Marcel Superbiel. That is his second. And we have 4:05 left. Fortune is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
I believe it looks like it's going to be 2, but but IUP is in the bonus, so it is actually going to be a 1-and-1. They were saying it was not a shooting foul, but now with the bonus situation, Fortune sinks the first one. 81% foul shooting for the junior out of Harlem, New York. Certainly stepping up big as Yard exits the game. Norfleet back in. And Tynell sinks a second one.
That's 6 points now for the junior from Harlem. Easily the best free throw shooter the team has, about 5 percentage points above the others behind him, maybe 3. The closest is Armin Marks.
And the foul shooting really proven to be not as big a factor so far, as we are 3:45 left to play in regulation. California with a 13-point lead. Norfleet looking inside to Chance, nearly stolen by Fortune, but now Kate kind of with a three-pointer, bang! 10-point California lead, 3:30 left.
That's 20
Fortune
now for
stolen
Cal.
by Superbeal. Superbeal with the layup. 8-point IUP lead. 3:20 left to play. What an impressive play there by Superbeal, who's been non-factor most of the day. Williams will draw, call for the offensive foul.
That's Williams' third of the game. He's trying to contest that he was getting blocked. That's a blocking foul, but that's our last media timeout, Creighton.
And we will take a break. 3:14 left. Your score on the Lee Supply Company scoreboard. Cal 54, IUP 46. This is Vulcan's basketball on CUTV Sports.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest came. Ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
True. And welcome back to the Ed Fry Arena. Watch us play here as we come back from break by Chris Williams. That's actually the offensive foul he was called on. And Zach, even though it's still win a break here at IUP, the announced attendance here at the Kovalchuk Complex, 2,141. The IUP, the Indiana County folks coming out and really making this an exciting atmosphere here.
Yeah, it's a lot more people than Cal probably has seen throughout the year. Convocation Center, we get a couple hundred out there every once in a while for our games, and Hammermill Center probably rivals the Kovalchuk Complex as the best arena in PSAC.
I mean, this is an outstanding facility, and as we see, Jeffers, hoop and horn. IUP starting to mount a major comeback here.
Yeah, they could make this free throw and make it a 5-point game when they were down by as many as 12. I said to you during the break, this game is nowhere near over. Just under 3 minutes left. IUP has plenty of time to come back in this one. Jeffers goes to the line.
And Jeffers, an 81% foul shooter, with a chance to cut the lead to 5, and he does not. Rebound by Marks, excuse me. That's a big miss there for the Crimson Hawks. And there's a steal by Norfleet. Superbeal layup and in, and now it's a 4-point lead for California. IUP with the double team pressure there.
California's letting the full court press get to them. They're playing panic now that they can't find an outlet. They need to calm down, maybe call a timeout and advance the ball up the court.
Now we see Murphy. 2:25 left in regulation. Over to Marks. Marks. Searching, looking for an open outlet. Kicks it out to Jakubek. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jakubek drives. Jumper is partially deflected by Cada, and Williams gets a fresh shot clock. Big break there for California.
Chris Williams has been an offensive rebound machine throughout the season. Always good to see him come up with the ball out of a pile down low in the post.
Murphy getting double teamed. Fans calling for 5 seconds. They're not going to get it. Here's Drew Cook, drives the lane. No good, but he draws the foul.
And Drew Cook on the season, we'll look at his stats, 77% free throw shooter. So anything, though, is going to help Cal-U's cause. They can even get one here. It'll be a 5-point lead. Still 2 possessions. Try and keep IUP at bay.
And the foul's on Jeremy Jeffers. That's his first. Team foul number 8 for IUP. As you see Drew Cook, the freshman out of Beaver Falls. He's been starting to pick up a little bit as the IUP fans. And Cook misses the first one. Rather stunning, as Zach mentioned, a 76% foul shooter, so Cook will have a chance to try and sink the second one. He does. 5-point California lead, 1:47 left in regulation.
That is Cook's first point of the game, so now every Vulcan that has been in has scored. Great all-around production from everybody today.
There's Williams. Superbiel beats the double team for the layup. 3-point game. 90 seconds left in regulation. Drew Cook beats the double team. Gets it over to Jackie-Beck. Jackie-Beck over to Zoe Murphy. IUP's defense gets back in time. California resets.
A 3-point lead. 1:15 left, Creighton. This is going to be some of the most exciting basketball all season.
Here's Marks. Baseline, but he's thwarted by Chance. So now Murphy, stolen, and he retains possession. They reset the shot clock. IUP calling for them. IUP not happy with it, but a big break for California. Under a minute left in regulation. Jackie-Beck draws the blocking foul.
That's against Superbiel. That is his third. And Cal-U will go to the line for a 1-and-1, I believe. Jackie-Beck going to go to the line. He is a 76% free throw shooter on the year. He can extend this lead to 4, possibly 5 if he makes both.
And we saw on the replay there, Superbiel's feet not set. Looked like Jackie-Beck could have gotten called for player control offensive foul with the push, but nonetheless, going to have a chance to sink a couple of foul shots and extend his California lead. 1-and-1. Jackie-Beck hits the first. That is 14 on the game. He will get another. Crowd's starting to get energized here at the Ed Fry Arena. Jackie-Beck will sink a both. Clutch foul shooting there by Jake Jackie-Beck. Crimson Hawks, 50 seconds left in regulation. Cal with a 5-point lead. Here's Chance, drives the baseline, and there's going to be a foul on Jackie-Beck. It'll be a 1-and-1.
Jackie-Beck, that's his third foul. You see right there. Looks like maybe just incidental contact going back. Well, actually, no. That's double bonus, Creighton, because Cal has 10 fouls now. So that's 2 shots automatically.
Oh, you're right, Zach. Good call. So Chance, 1 for 2 from the foul line today. 76% foul shooter. Sinks the first one. Cuts the lead to 4. 44.8 seconds left for the junior from Philadelphia. We'll get a second one here.
I would not be surprised to see Cal-U call a timeout after this, try and advance the ball so they don't get caught up in the backcourt and get an easy steal or an easy layup for IUP.
Not a bad idea there, Zach, as Chance sinks the second. We have a substitution as Fortune is going in now for Murphy.
Cal-U wants all their offensive weapons out on the floor. You have Fortune, Jackie-Beck, Williams, Marks. And there's going to be a travel. Oh my goodness, I did not see a travel there, but we'll have to look at the replay. We'll look at it right here. 1, 2.
Yep.
Yeah, actually that was a travel. There was a slide right there. We saw that happen earlier against Alonzo Murphy. The sliding of the feet on the court. That's going to get a travel called every time.
And that's going to be a timeout. And we're going to keep it here. I believe IUP calls a timeout. So each team, I do believe, has 3 timeouts remaining. So with 43.4 seconds left, IUP has a chance to tie this game potentially with a 3. So you take a look who they can put out there. Devontae Chance, 35%, shoots 35% from beyond the arc. Superbiel, 34.6. Cada, 34.8. Boswick shoots from 32% from the lineup, and there's some highlights here.
A lot of these have been IUP highlights lately because they have built such a large comeback lately. They were down by 12 points at one time. Now they find themselves down by 3. Cal U is a little panicked. They need to calm down, collect themselves. I don't know how many timeouts they have left. We'll have to see and check. But anything that can help them control the ball. IUP can really play for 2 possessions here if they get a quick shot off and not have to foul.
That would be it. That's what IUP's looking at right now is Joe Lombardi, the head coach of the Crimson Hawks, been a real mastermind behind this program's renaissance in his 8th year. 8th season, 163 wins as head coach of the Crimson Hawks, as Norfleet will inbound in the corner. Sends it out to Cada. 3-ball, Super BL, no good. Rebound by Alonzo Murphy. And there is no foul called. Lucky break, I would say, Zach.
Absolutely lucky break. I thought a foul was called against someone for IUP. And timeout by Cal. I thought there was going to be a backcourt call. And Kate is calling for a backcourt call because there's 25 seconds on the clock, but I'm guessing Cal might have gotten that timeout with 25.1 seconds on the clock. It came at the last second.
Well, we take a look at this sequence here, and to be perfectly honest, they might have gotten over just in the nick of time, but so there you see the 3-ball attempt by Super BL is no good. And what a clutch rebound there by Alonzo Murphy. He could have, I think, like you said, you see a little contact with Cada. Quite frankly, they got away with one, in my opinion.
I think Cada was flopping there trying to buy a call. From what I saw, he kind of just, Murphy came up a little bit and Cada drew back, trying to draw an offensive foul and get the ball back. 28.8 seconds left. IUP does not have to foul, and they actually just put 26 seconds on the shot clock, so they're resetting that, saying, Cal, you got the ball timeout before, 10-second violation, but IUP does not have to foul. They can try to play the takeaway game and get this ball back, but if this clock starts to run down, look for them to foul.
That would certainly make sense, Zach. Also worth noting, there is a 2.8 second differential now between the game clock and the shot clock, so it'll be California, I'm sure, is going to try to milk as much time as it can. You see Joe Lombardi, the head coach for IUP, trying to make a point to the official, so Lombardi being rather animated. The New Yorker animated. California's going to call timeout. Couldn't get the inbounds in, so they have 1 timeout remaining.
But it's a smart call right there by Dombrowski. He had nowhere to go. If he threw that in, that would have immediately been stolen. IUP could have gone for the 2 and then just let Cal U play it out and see what happened, or could have easily gone for the 3 in the tie. But a smart timeout there by Dombrowski. Although he's only a sophomore, the smarts to call that timeout in a critical situation. Still have 28.8 on the clock, though.
Absolutely, good point there, Zach. And Dombrowski with 4 points. He said, Matej Cada with 20 points, lead all scorers. Super Beal now picking it up a little bit. He has 11. Chance has 11 for IUP. Jackie Beck leading the Vulcans with 15 points. Armin Marks with 12. Williams with 11. So let's reset quickly. It'll be Dombrowski, Jackie Beck, Drew Cook, Chris Williams, Armin Marks for California. IUP will have Chance, Super Beal, Norfleet, Yard, and Bosnick. California, IUP in the double bonus. IUP also has 19 fouls. Next foul will be double bonus for California. Possession arrow does also favor IUP. Marks. He's got to hurry. Over to Fortune. They're still in the backcourt. Fortune tries to draw a foul. No luck. And there you see the foul there by Brandon Norfleet. 19 seconds left to play.
Drew Cook is going to go to the line. You'll see right here. He is called for the foul. Slaps across the chest of Drew Cook. Smart decision of a player to send to the line. Cook, not the best free throw shooter on the year, but even one makes this a critical possession for IUP coming up.
And it will be a 2-shot foul. IUP now in the double bonus. Cook sinks the first one. A clutch foul shot there by the freshman out of Beaver Falls. Beaver Falls, one of the perennial powerhouses in WPIAL AA basketball. Drew Cook really starting to show his own here throughout the course of the season. He will miss a second one. Rebound controlled by Jeffers. Chance is going to get it over the court in a hurry. Stripped away by Drew Cook, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain IUP ball as Chance did not touch it after Cook swiped it.
And that was a good call. Cook was the last one to touch it from my vantage point here. We're going to get another timeout called by IUP with 11.7 seconds left. IUP does not have to go for the three. They can get a two, foul again, hope someone misses a free throw, but if they don't, they're going to really have to start shooting up the threes, where they've not had a whole lot of success today.
And 5 for 15 from downtown are the Crimson Hawks. They are 11 for 13 from the foul line. California 12 for 15 from the foul line, 6 for 14 from beyond the arc. We were mentioning this, obviously the most inspired performance by the Vulcans this year. And it's also quickly reset once again. It'll be Jackie Beck, Drew Cook, Chris Williams, Zoe Murphy, Armin Marks for the Vulcans. Chance, Super Biel, Jeffers, Cada, Norfleet for IUP. And both teams are in the double bonus. Possession arrow favors the Crimson Hawks with 11.7 left in regulation. Go ahead, Zach.
And if Cal U is smart, if someone takes an easy two-point shot, they will back away, go to the rim for a rebound. If you foul them, that's just going to draw them closer. If they're smart, they will not foul in this situation.
So Chance will have the inbounds. Norfleet drives, and the ball, jumper is good. Brandon Norfleet, 8.4 seconds left. IUP will call a timeout. Now Zach with a 2-point lead. Is this a situation where you want to foul?
You have to at this point, because if you don't, Cal, you can just run out the clock with 8.4 seconds left. And you expect to see Fortune out there, Jackie Beck out there, Cook, I would say probably Williams and probably Armin Marks as well, because they're your best free throw shooters. Any of them could do the job at the line that they need to, because even one free throw helps you in a situation because you'll at least be up by 3, and the Lord Voldemort of sports would come into play possibly. But,
we don't want to go there.
But even one free throw helps Cal U's situation at this time.
And I have not seen any. Okay, we do see Tynell Fortune in the game with, I believe this is who you called, Jackie Beck, Fortune, Marks, Williams, Drew Cook.
The exact 5 that I called. That is.
Do you have next week's Powerball numbers?
I wish.
Well, tell you what, this game has escalated quickly, to say the very least. Was the lead as many as 12 by the Vulcans, now down to 2. Cook inbounds, and we have a foul.
Looks like a foul on Norfleet.
Yes, that's his 4th.
So that's automatically going to send Cal to the line without them even having to get the ball in bounds. We'll have to see who goes to the line. That's still 8.4 seconds left, so it might actually help IUP in a way that they don't have to run time off the clock.
And looks like they may be, I thought they were calling it intentional, but we see IUP players going in. So it'll be Armin Marks at the foul line, a 79% foul shooter. He sunk his only foul shot of the game today. He has 12 points and 7 rebounds. And he sinks the first one. Clutch foul shot there by Armin Marks, the junior out of Louisville.
That's 13 points for him now, as we see Kate come back in. If this is only a 3-point lead, we're going to get a timeout by IUP. If this is only a 3-point lead, when IUP gets the ball back, I would expect the ball in the hands of Mathis Kate, because he has been their #1 go-to guy today.
And incidentally, that is IUP's final timeout. And we mentioned earlier, Gannon defeating Edinburgh and Slippery Rock beating Mercyhurst, Clarion beating Seton Hill. Over in the PSAC East, had a close game in the PSAC East. Bloomsburg 77, Westchester 76. So Bloomsburg now keeping pace with Westchester and Idle East Stroudsburg for the top spot in the East. And we mentioned that because the top seed in the East will get hosting rights to the PSAC semifinals and finals in March. So never too early to talk playoffs, and right now momentum, if California can hold on to win, that would be a big statement game and keeps them right in the hunt for a high seat in the playoffs.
Armin Marks going back to the line.
Has to hit. 3-point Vulcans lead, 8.4 left. Misses it. Rebound by Cada. Cada over to Jeffers. Superbiel. 3-ball. No good. Ball game. Ding dong kaboom. Vulcans with the upset over IUP. They're the third loss of the Crimson Hawks at the KCAC Simpson Open. Without a question, the biggest win of the year for the California Vulcans, Zach.
And absolutely, most inspired game they played. We'll look at the replay here. Cada came up with it, passed it to, I believe that's Jeffers, went over to Superbiel for the tying three. Superbiel, I don't think he hit a three at all during the game. You'll have to check me in a moment. That one hits off the rim. Cada goes to it, but the time runs out before he gets a shot off. California escapes the KCAC with their first ever win here. Both the men and women win for California for the first time ever at the KCAC.
And that was, we saw the double team defense by Cook and Jackie Beck really forcing that 3-ball, and that will do it for Zach Lamar and our entire CUTV crew. I'm Creighton Raps. Thank you for watching California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV. Your final, California 59, IUP 56.